Says I'm live. I hope that's right. Hello? Phone working? Hello, up close to the thing. I see no sound. Sarah will let me know if I can be heard. Can you hear me really well? Like, is it coming out of this? Yay! I don't know if anyone else is there. I only see Sarah in the chat. We will wait a little bit longer to see if anyone else joins in. And this is our very first live stream. So there's going to be weird bugs, and there's going to be tech things to figure out and stuff like that. But I'm really, really excited to see anyone who joins us tonight. This is going to be great. I guess I could play some mandolin while we wait, so it's not just dead air. So. A little bit of old school punk rock for everybody. Someone held up two fingers. Sarah, are you telling me something?
Two watching.
Two watching? Does that include me?
Now there's one watching.
Now there's one watching. We lost someone already. We'll see what happens. Well, we'll wait a little bit longer. Is that someone in the chat? Who is it? The Bartlows are watching. Hi, Bartlows. How you doing? Here, I can put this away. The Bartlows will be the first ones that we get to spin the wheel for. How cool will that be? I presume it's Kate and Will. Kate, Will, how you doing? What's new this week? I see. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Lynn. So, okay. So it's at least Lynn and Ron. So that's pretty cool. Kate and Ron. Hi, Kate. How are you? We'll see how long the delay is. What is the wheel for? We're gonna give prizes out to all the kids soon. Kate wants to type her own answers. She's on Lynn's computer. Oh, very cool. Kate, since you're the first young person to log in, we're gonna spin the wheel for you, and you can win one of these amazing prizes. We'll talk about that in a minute when we see if anyone else tunes in. We'll give everybody one more minute to get here with the slow pass. You guys are great. I love you guys. Did anyone watch the episode this week? Did you guys like it? It was a lot of fun to make. There's video game music in the background. Soren is playing the Switch. Soren, what are you playing? Ah, okay, it's got good music. Yes, we all watched. Any favorite parts? I loved the Bible story puppet show. That was pretty rad. That was fun to do. Which they will poke you in the coconut. And that reminds me of a wonderful story. There was one time I was walking down the beach and I saw a big log, and I turned the log over, and underneath there was a tiny little stick. And I said, that log had a child. So I have been typing my book. Kate, you're writing a book? Holy mackerel still makes me laugh. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's got a good voice too. We have a good actress. Huh? Okay. I hear that if we say holy mackerel 3 times, we can wake the holy mackerel up from their sleep. Do you want to give it a try? So I need 2 of you guys to type the word holy mackerel into the chat, and then I'll do the 3rd one, and we'll see if we can wake up the holy mackerel. So I'm watching. Holy mackerel, and then here I'll do the 3rd. Holy mackerel! Oh, thanks for waving hi to the kids, holy mackerel. It's good to see you. Are you gonna stay with us, or are you feeling a little bit sleepy? Yeah, a little sleepy. Okay. Cool. Did you have a lot of fun at Compassion Camp this week? Yeah. Thank you for helping us figure out how to put the Bible stories on the puppet projector. That was pretty great. Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to let you go back to sleep. See you later, Holy Mackerel. Very cool. Maybe next time we can do questions with the Holy Mackerel. That would be fun. So let's see. Oh, I see more stuff in the chat that log. Do others have logged in? Have we? If you've logged in, I'm glad you're watching. But you can chat with us if you log into YouTube. We can see you in the chat. I'm pointing at the chat box on my computer, so we can hear about how your week was. Right now, I think Kate and Will are here. Did either of you guys do any of the activities? What's going on with the Holy Mackerel? Holy Mackerel's going to sleep. Oh, here, let me help you out there, little buddy. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, you're good. Just go to sleep. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, the Mulebauers are here. Hi, Mulebauers. How are you? Yeah, chat on the phone is a little bit difficult. It's a little trickier. We are receiving week 1 stuff for Sunday. Cool. Well, this will be a fun introduction anyway. This week for Compassion Camp VBS, we talked about compassion at the table. So the theme was kind of learning to be compassionate towards others by welcoming them to join us and loving them that way. Did anyone welcome anyone in a special way this week? Or is anyone maybe planning on seeing some family or friends that you might want to welcome soon? I'm going to take a drink of my drink. Oh, grandma. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I hope you guys are welcoming your grandma this week. What a special thing to have family come and visit. Well, I hope you guys are doing really well. And remember that God welcomes us because God has a big, compassionate heart. God is so excited when we wake up in the morning for the day that we're going to have. And God is so excited to welcome us into this wonderful world that he made. So I'm really glad that we're doing compassion as a theme for VBS this year. We can go ahead. Look, we can spin the wheel. Here, I'm going to go ahead and move my chair. And I'm going to see, come and join me over at the wheel. So this is our prize wheel. Everything might be backwards, the way that you see it on your screen. We'll have to see. But on the prize wheel, for every kid who's here on the live stream, we are going to spin it once. And you'll win a prize. And we'll put that prize in your bag, your goodie bag, with your activity packet for next week. Cool? So I think Kate was the first one here to join into the live chat this week. Let me show you the stuff you might be able to win. You might win this pineapple bubble machine. That's pretty fun. You can welcome some people to share bubbles with you. A Lego minifigure. That's pretty cool. Let me dance across. We've got some washable markers that smell like stuff. Good stuff, I bet. I don't think they make any of them smell gross. I got some cool pencil cases that actually have 2/3 of the phrase for VBS on it. I thought that was pretty serendipitous. And we got this cool shark notebook. Look how welcoming and compassionate all those sharks are being. They're all hanging out, having a good time. And then we have this really sweet 80s styled folder. So you could put all your artwork and stuff like that for VBS in it, if that's what you win. Pretty cool stuff. So Kate, I am going to let you spin first, but I need you to type the word spin into the chat so I know when to spin it. I'm going to move this stuff away so I don't actually bump it. I'm going to watch. I'm watching. Stuff in the room is blowing over. Spin! Go. I don't know what you want to win, but it's all good stuff. Play-Doh! You win Play-Doh! I didn't introduce that there was Play-Doh as an option, but so we will put Play-Doh in your goodie bag for your activity pack for this week. Who else is here? Logan and Luke, do you guys want me to spin the wheel for you? Who wants to go first? I'm hearing the video game music we got playing in the back. I'm going to fix this light. Sarah, let me know if you hear Logan or Luke first. Otherwise, we'll just go for it. Logan. All right, Logan. I'm going to spin the wheel. Here we go. Think prize-winning thoughts. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, almost knocked my wheel over. Go, 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 go. Almost there. Almost. Pencil case. So every week we're giving you art supplies that come with your pack. You will have a really cool pencil case to put all your crayons and stuff in for all the art projects we do. So now we're going to spin it for Luke. Luke, this is for you. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And Sarah's going to write down who wins what. So that way I remember to put them in your activity bags. What's coming up? Legos. I hope he likes Legos. So you get a little Lego minifig there, dude. That'll be awesome. Just don't leave them on the carpet at nighttime because your parents will step on them and it hurts a lot. There's a lot of jagged edges on Legos. But wonderful for you guys. Is there anyone else in the chat? Oh, it's Hondo. Hondo, you get to be next. Hondo, I'm going to spin the wheel for you. Just have your mom write the word spin into the chat, and then I'm going to spin it and see what you win in your activity pack this week. Wait for the word spin. All right, I'll just count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, Hondo got my best spin yet. That was a mighty spin. All right, Hondo, let's see what you get. Play-Doh! Play-Doh as well. Awesome. I love Play-Doh so much. Don't tell your parents that Play-Doh is really delicious. Don't eat it either. So anyway, so anyone else in the chat that we need to spin for? I'm hearing video game music in the background. All right, if anyone else comes in later, we'll spin again. Let me go ahead and back it up. And I want to show you guys something cool that we made. So we made an art gallery for VBS. So over 5 weeks, we're going to be doing lots of art together. And as we do art, we're going to add it to this big bulletin board. So in your activity pack, you're going to get coloring sheets. You're going to get all kinds of cool stuff to color and do. And if there's something you finish and you want it to go in our big art gallery, you can send it into me. You can drop it off. Or your parent can, what might be the easiest way to do is your parent to snap a photo of it and email it to us at letters2lighthouse@gmail.com. Or if they have my church address, they can do that. And we will print it out and we will put it up here. And for our first inaugural art project, we have this one. Soren colored the coloring sheet for this week. So we are going to put that one on there. I love the colors he used. It looks so pretty. Soren, where do you want it? Tell me when to stop. Huh? Anywhere, he says. Oh, what an agreeable child. So yeah, so we want to fill this up with your artwork over this month, okay? So try and send me as much artwork as you can. You can also send us photos of any of the crafts you make. So for instance, this was our compassion centerpiece that we made here at the lighthouse. We put all the stuff that makes us feel good inside. We put flowers on there, pipe cleaners, markers. I put this octopus in there because as we were talking about compassion, I was thinking about an octopus has so many arms. They can welcome and take care of so many people all at once, which would be really awesome. So we put that in there. And if you made a compassion centerpiece for your house as part of VBS this week, snap a photo of it and then send it to us and we'll print it out and I'll put it on the bulletin board. And by the end of VBS, this thing is going to just be full of all the coolest stuff because it'll be all stuff that came from you guys. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to put this back up there. And I'll get back in my cool little chair. Does anyone have anything else? Any other stories from doing VBS this week? Did you guys really like? Anyone try the activities? Did you guys really like them? I'll watch the chat for a bit. Vamp a little bit. Okay, so yeah, we in a minute we will start our story. I see I've not tried it. Okay, so we're getting some answers about the activities. You still have time. don't worry. That's the kind of the genius of VBS this year is you have all week. And you know what? Even if you don't get it done this week, you can hang on to that stuff. Do it any other time you want to in the future. But in a minute, we're going to start our story for this week. And our storybook is one of my all-time favorite books. It's called Extra Yarn. And I'll get ready to read that to you guys in just a second. I see we got some stuff coming in on the chat. Yeah, it's okay. I see people are saying they haven't had time for activities. That's totally cool. When you're ready for it, the Lighthouse video is up on the channel. And we also have an additional little video because I know that's kind of a big pack of paper in the activity pack. And if I was a parent with a kid in VBS right now, but I don't know if the keeper has any kids, I would look at a big packet of papers and I'd go like, oh no, like I'm busy with 100 other things. I don't know if I can read through all this packet. So we actually made a video where I, the keeper, walk you through all the activities in there so you can just jump right into it and have fun. Because that's the fun part of VBS, just getting to it, not reading directions. So so look for that on the YouTube channel as well. Are you guys ready for a story? I think we're going to go ahead and roll right into story time because this is what I'm really mostly excited about. Has anyone read this book, Extra Yarn, before? Does it look familiar? It's by an author named Mac Barnett. Mac Barnett did the book. It has the bear. I want my hat back, Sarah? Does that sound right? So yeah. It's called I Want My Hat Back. If you've read that book before, you might notice that bear hidden in this book, which is pretty good. And I love this book because it really hits on a lot of themes that we talk about here in the Lighthouse and at Trinity Heights a lot about love and compassion and sharing. And so I'm really excited for you to hear this story. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Once more, this book is called Extra Yarn, and it's by Mac Barnett, and it's illustrated by John Klassen. And let's go right on into it. Here's the title page. Pretty cool. And here's the copyright, but I don't want to pass up that picture of that adorable dog looking at the box of yarn. All right, here's how the story goes. I'd say snuggle up, but it's kind of warm tonight, so here we go. On a cold afternoon, in a cold little town, where everywhere you looked was either the white of snow or the black of soot from chimneys, Annabelle found a box filled with yarn of every color. So look at their town. What's their town like? Yeah, it says everything is the color of either charcoal from the chimneys or the white of snow. And here's who lives in the town. That's Annabelle. She's got a little friend with her. And so she found a box of yarn. But there's something special about the yarn. It's got yarn of every color inside. Let's see what happens next. So Annabelle went home and knit herself a sweater. And when Annabelle was done, she had some extra yarn. Hey, that's the name of the book. Hey, buddy, you know, look at the book with me. When Annabelle was done, she had some extra yarn. So she knit a sweater for Mars, too. Mars is the name of her dog. And there was still extra yarn. Can you believe it? Mm-hmm. I thought that looked like a little box. The box didn't look very big. But she knit a sweater for herself. Suddenly, there's color in their town. She had so much extra yarn that she knit a sweater for Mars as well. I love dogs and sweaters. It just makes me so happy inside. I don't know about you guys. And when Annabelle and Mars went for a walk, Nate pointed and laughed and said, "You two look ridiculous." "You're just jealous," said Annabelle. "No, I'm not," said Nate. So there's Annabelle and Mars, and they're out for a walk. She's got her box of yarn. And there's Nate. He's got a dog too. He's pointing and he's laughing up. Look at their town. Remember, their town is just so, everything's either black or white. Annabelle's so colorful. So Nate said, "You're just jealous," and Annabelle said, "No, I'm not." Or no, Annabelle said, "You're just jealous," and Nate said, "No, I'm not." But it turned out he was. What happened? Looks like Annabelle had enough yarn to make a sweater for Nate and for his dog. And look how Nate's face has changed. He's thinking about something. So, do you want to pull an orange chair over and sit next to me? Even after she'd made a sweater for Nate and his dog, and for herself and for Mars, Annabelle still had extra yarn. So yeah.
You'll always have extra yarn.
Yeah, we'll see. At school, Annabelle's classmates would not stop talking about her new sweater. "Quiet!" shouted Mr. Norman. "Quiet, everyone! Annabelle, that sweater of yours is a terrible distraction. I cannot teach with everyone turning around to look at you." "Then I'll knit one for everyone," Annabelle said, "so they won't have to turn around." "Impossible!" said Mr. Norman. "You can't." So there's Mr. Norman. He's kind of grumpy. All the teachers I know are really nice. Maybe he's having a bad day. And there's all the other kids, and yep, look, they can't turn around and focus because they're all looking at Annabelle's sweater. It's so colorful. Everything in their town, nothing has color in it. Except for Annabelle's sweater. So let's see. Do you think she can sew a sweater for everybody or knit one for everybody? It turned out Annabelle could. And she did. Even for Mr. Norman. So here, look, here's all the kids in class. They all now have their own colorful sweater. How do you think they feel having their own colorful sweater with bright, cool colors on it? And it says at the bottom, "And when she was done, Annabelle still had extra yarn." Oh, the teacher looks different. He doesn't look angry anymore. Interesting. So Annabelle still had extra yarn, so she knit sweaters for her mom and dad, and for Mr. Pendleton, and Mrs. Pendleton, and for Dr. Palmer, and for little Lewis. I like little Lewis. Do you like little Lewis? So there's her mom and dad, now have their own colorful sweater. Look, you can follow the line of the yarn. Everyone's connected now. And there's Mr. Pendleton. He has a sweater. And Mrs. Pendleton, she has a sweater now too. And there's Dr. Palmer. And there's little Lewis. They all have their own sweater. And they're all connected. And Soren, how do you think they feel?
Happy.
Yeah, we can use our empathy to look at people's faces and how they're standing and try and guess their feelings. Do you like how little Lewis has a little L in his sweater? Annabelle made sweaters for everyone, except Mr. Crabtree, who never wore sweaters, and he didn't ever even wear long pants. And he would stand in his shorts up with the snow up to his knees. "No sweater for me, thanks," said Mr. Crabtree. What do you guys think of Mr. Crabtree?
He's weird.
He is a little bit weird, right? Look at him standing on the snow. Look, his little knees are turning red. He's chilly, but maybe he's got his little mug of tea. Maybe that's what helps him. And then it says, so Annabelle made Mr. Crabtree a hat. And even then, Annabelle still had extra yarn. So he didn't want a sweater, but he said yes to a hat. Annabelle made sweaters for all of the dogs and for all of the cats and for all the other animals too. Soon, people thought, soon, Annabelle will run out of yarn. But it turned out she didn't. So Annabelle made sweaters for things that didn't even wear sweaters. Yeah, so there's the bear. You might look familiar. So all the cats and all the dogs, and look, the sweaters are so nice that even the cats will keep those sweaters on. and the bunny. You might have seen the bunny in the bear's book as well. And then it said she even started to make sweaters for things that don't wear sweaters. Look at this.
Mailboxes.
Look at this. The mailbox has a sweater. The birdhouse has a sweater. She even made a sweater for a giant house. Pretty neat. I've never seen that. Things began to change in that little town. Look how different the town is now that Annabelle found the yarn and is sharing it. It's like she's welcoming everybody to share what she has. And there's always enough. And look how beautiful it makes her whole town. That's so cool. News spread of this remarkable girl who never ran out of yarn. And people came to visit from all around the world to see all the sweaters and to shake Annabelle's hand. One day, an archduke who was very fond of clothes sailed across the sea and demanded to see Annabelle. So there's Annabelle meeting people from all over who come to see the sweaters and to see her box of yarn and to meet her. They're saying hi to the dog. They're all lined up. There's a boy and a parent. There's the Archduke. He's very fond of clothes. And everyone comes up and look how nicely they're all waiting in line. But what did it say about the Archduke? It said he demanded to see Annabelle. What does he look like?
Looks mean and scared.
Yeah, use your empathy and tell me, what do you think he's feeling?
He's feeling very British.
Very British. I don't know. I've met a lot of really nice, generous British people. Little girl, said the Archduke, I would like to buy that miraculous box of yarn. And I am willing to offer you, ready?
What?
$1 million for a box of yarn. What do you think Annabelle's going to say?
No.
$1 million is a lot of money. She could buy a lot of Legos. Do you think she's going to sell it?
No.
No, thank you, said Annabelle, who was knitting a sweater for a pickup truck. So there she is.
Sweater for a pickup
She doesn't
truck.
really seem interested in the Archduke's $1 million. And then he says, the Archduke's mustache twitched. 2 million. No, thank you, Annabelle said, and she shook her head. 10 million, shouted the Archduke. Take it or leave it. Leave it, said Annabelle. I won't sell the yarn. And she didn't. She really wants to hang on to this yarn. Why do you think she likes the yarn so much, Soren? What is she using the yarn for? Making things happy. Maybe that's worth more than money. Maybe we'll see. So that night, so the plot thickens, the Archduke hired 3 robbers to break into Annabelle's house. And they stole the box. And they took it to the Archduke, who set off across the snow and sailed over the sea. So there's Annabelle's house. There's 3 ladders for the 3 robbers. They went inside. They took the box. And Mars, it looks like Mars maybe tried to chase after them. But once they got on the boat, no way he could stop them. They went across the sea. We don't even know where they went. And they went, the Archduke took the box back to his castle.
That's just one tower like a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Wait, lighthouse. It's like a lighthouse.
It is a little bit like a lighthouse, but
Like the one that you live in.
the Archduke put his favorite song on and sat in his best chair, and then he took out the box and he lifted the lid and he looked inside. Looks like his world is also a little bit dark. So maybe he really wants the yarn for all the colors. Said he was very fond of clothes. He looked inside the box to get the yarn that he hired 3 robbers to go get.
Nothing.
Nothing. I don't believe it. That box was full of yarn. Enough yarn to make a sweater for the girl, Annabelle, and her dog, and her friend, and his dog, and her whole class, and her teacher, and for pickup trucks, and little Lewis, and Dr. Pendleton, and everybody. And now it's all gone. The Archduke's mustache quivered. It shivered. It trembled. What do you use empathy? What do you think he's feeling when his mustache is quivering?
Angry.
Yeah, he's starting to get angry. The Archduke hurled the box out the window and shouted, "Little girl, I curse you with my family's curse. You'll never be happy again." There's his hands. Hurled the box out the window. And now it's gone from everyone.
And then
forever.
his mustache exploded.
But he threw the box out. It landed on a piece of ice. And then that ice floated out into the ocean.
I think it ended in the
and apparently it floated across the ocean and right back to Annabelle and Mars. But Soren, the box is empty now. And remember, the last thing the Archduke said was, "You'll never be happy again." But it turned out she was. When she opened the box again, what was inside?
More yarn.
Yep, the yarn was back. And it looks like she knit a sweater for this whole entire tree. Crazy. Have you ever seen a tree wear a sweater?
No.
Have any of you ever seen a tree wearing a sweater?
Hey, what if she made a sweater for a sweater?
And then there's one last picture before the end.
What about a sweater?
All the animals.
For a sweater.
There's a
sweater
there's a
for
squirrel.
What about a sweater?
A sweater for a sweater to wear. That would be pretty funny.
Uh-huh.
Chipmunk. There's a couple cats. There's a dog even in the tree. And that's the end of the book. And if we were all together, I would ask you some questions like, where did you see compassion in this story? And if you have a moment, you can write it into the chat for us. Yeah. And this reminds me, though, while you think of some answers, this reminds me of one of my favorite Bible stories. There's a story where Jesus is talking to a whole big crowd of people. And all the people are so hungry because Jesus would often talk with people and hang out with people that didn't have much of their own. And if they traveled all day to go see him and hear him, that meant they left anything that they had behind and they were really, really hungry. And Jesus's friends come over and they say, "We need to feed everybody. Like, send them home. Like, we don't have any food." And a little boy speaks up and says, "Oh, I have this." And they look in his little lunchbox and they see couple of loaves of bread, like small, like dinner rolls, basically, and a couple fish. And I bet some people probably laughed because they were like, "There's no way, like, little boy, like, thanks, but no thanks. Like, that's just silly. There's thousands of people here." But sure enough, Jesus is like, "No, this is enough." And he starts to break the food and he shares it. And when he shares it, there's more and there's more. And there's more, 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 and it fills up baskets and baskets and baskets of food. And thousands of people eat bread and fish for like a lovely like afternoon lunch with Jesus. Because it seems like Jesus believes there's something special about the universe. There's something magical that God can do in the world. That sometimes it looks like there's not enough. And so maybe we can't welcome everybody and we can't take care of everybody. But the truth is, the magic that Jesus believes is that when we share what we have, there's always enough. And I love that this book teaches us that same story, but in a different way. Or when Annabelle has the yarn, she just keeps making more and more to share there, to make her world more beautiful, to take care of others who are cold, except for Mr. Crabtree, who didn't want a sweater, but he got a hat, kind of like mine. And as long as she keeps sharing, there's always enough. And there's always more. And when the Archduke got the yarn, did he want to share it? He didn't. And when he doesn't want to share, the magic doesn't work. And so that's a good thing for us to think about as we go forward, being compassionate and working hard to be compassionate this week. That we remember sharing is one of the most magical, powerful things that we can do. Because even when we share just a little bit, God can use it to do amazing things. And God has built the universe in a way that if we would all just share, there would be enough for everybody. And that's one of the reasons why I like working in the lighthouse, because every night we get to share the light with boats and people who are out there to make sure that they have enough, to make sure that they're safe. And I see Hondo when she knitted a sweater when she knitted a sweater for everybody. That's like how the magic worked. It was pretty great. So thank you guys for listening to our story for this week. Every week we'll do another one of these live streams. Thursday night, here we go in the lighthouse. And we will show off all of your art. So send us in your art. Or maybe you make something that's not even one of the worksheets we give you. Maybe you draw something. Maybe you make something beautiful. That's a good way to share goodness in the world. Send us a photo. We'll put it up on there. If a story happens to you this week, or if you do something extra compassionate, one of your parents can write us a note and let us know what happened, and we can share those stories here. And what we want to do here every Thursday night is just cheer on you guys as best we can, as we're all learning how to be more compassionate, like God is compassionate together. Trying to think if there's anything else we needed to go over. I'm looking at Sarah. No, we're good. I think we're good. Is there anything else anyone wanted to ask? We can do a little short Q&A time. You can put your questions in the chat. And while you do that, I'm going to pray for all of us. Okay? So I'm going to pray. If you have questions or things you want to share in the chat, you could do that now before we close. God, thank you so much that you love all of us. And thank you that you've built a world for us to live in where there's so many good things all around us. God, help us to share everything we have and to welcome everyone we can into our lives so that everyone has what they need and the world becomes colorful and warm and beautiful for everyone. I thank you for all of the kids and the families that are participating with us in Compassion Camp VBS this year. I pray that they will grow deep in your love and feel your heart of compassion for them, and that we will all together learn to be even more compassionate than we are now. Thank you for all of our friends who live here in the lighthouse, for Pinchy and the Holy Mackerel, and for Bicky. They're asleep right now, but we're going to see them again pretty soon. Amen. Cool. It was so nice to hang out with you guys. I don't see any questions in the chat, so I am going to let you guys... do we do the wheel every week? Yes, we will do the wheel every week. So every week that you join us for the live stream, we will get the wheel out and we will spin it. And maybe every week the prizes will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we'll see, because we got to start giving away a lot of stuff. So we will have new activity packs ready for you on Monday morning. So you can come by the church where the lighthouse is from 9 to noon and pick up a new packet. There will be a new episode of the lighthouse up Monday morning as well, with a whole new adventure for the keeper and all of our friends. It's going to be really, really great. We hope you really, really like it, and we hope that you enjoy it. So take care, everybody. Send us in some art and things like that so we can fill up this wall. Next week, we'll talk about our big VBS art project that we have going on. We're building a big mosaic, and we want you to be a part of it. It's going to be really great. So I have some Play-Doh for you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, bring us all the Play-Doh you can. I love it. Cool. Maybe I'll just keep some of it because I love Play-Doh. No, I'll give it all away to the kids. All right, take care, everyone. Have a good night. We love you.